Joining me on this landmark day for Youghal RNLI is Colin Williams, the Divisional Operations Manager for Ireland South. Colin, it's a fantastic day for Youghal Lifeboat Station.
Tremendous day, and I think they've been looking forward to it for some time. We've been waiting for the new boat to arrive, and this morning we put it in the water, just doing some sea trials with it now, and then the former lifeboat, the Patricia Jennings, will be put on a trailer, and she will be departing from here to go to the relief fleet.
So Colin, the Patricia Jennings has served Youghal very, very well. What will the new boat, Phil and Gordon, bring to the town? How will it make the service better for the people?
Well, this boat is an Atlantic 85, which is slightly longer than the previous one. That length and the larger engines gives her slightly more speed, so she would have a service speed of about 34 knots in reasonable conditions. But the other advantage, she has 4 seats for the crew, whereas the previous one had 3. So that gives us a greater capability, because we often find where they get on scene to an incident, that extra person makes a big difference. Or in some circumstances, you can use that seat for casualties.
That 4-man crew can be pivotal, really, can't it, for the extra person on board?
Yes, it does, as I say. In a first aid situation, for instance, having extra people to handle a casualty or deal with things, that extra person is invaluable.
Now, the new boat is faster, more silent. There's a lot more modern equipment on board. Can you tell us a little bit about the more modern equipment?
Well, obviously with the development of modern electronics, we've now fitted a radar to the Atlantic 85, which is very, very useful, even on a morning like this, where we went out in the thick fog on the sea trial, to be able to put on the radar and see where the land is, where are the buoys, other ships, other vessels in the area. It's a very, very useful tool. Beyond that, this boat has got a radio direction finder, which means if, say, a yacht or a small vessel actually puts out a distress signal, you can actually ask them to give you a countdown whilst you home in and get a bearing and go for them. And I'll give you an example. If you have a situation in the middle of a yacht race where someone says the casualty is a white yacht with a white sail, to use the direction finder to know which white yacht you're heading for is extremely useful.
I see also in the boathouse that there's brand new computer equipment. The
onboard equipment, the other item we've got on board, is quite a good plotter, which is linked to the radar. It's all interfaced. So, for example, if you see an echo on the radar in night time, you can actually transfer that echo onto your chart on the plotter. So it just gives you a good reference point, but it also assists you to see what's going on around you. The other thing this boat has, it has the automatic information system, which transmits the lifeboat's position. So on the AIS, it means that her position can be seen by other vessels fitted with AIS and can be monitored by the Coast Guard. So they can see if they're in a search, they can see exactly where the lifeboat is and where it is searched, because that track can be maintained by the Coast Guard in Valencia.
How difficult is it to maintain the fleet and the boats of the RNLI? I know you're a 100% voluntary organisation, and it depends on the public support. In challenging times, has that become a problem, or do you go on regardless?
Well, you're absolutely right. We are totally voluntary funded, and voluntary funding brings its challenges. And expenditure such as, it's not just the new boat that's come here today, but the carriage it sits on is a totally new carriage to fit the larger boat. It's not that long ago we put in the new tractor to launch and recover the boat. The building that we're sitting in this morning, we built a number of years ago. All these things are expenditures, so it is challenging, and you're absolutely right. In the current economy, there's a lot of competitive action for charities, and so these challenges will go on, but thankfully the public are very, very good in supporting the RNLI, and long may it continue.
I think in Youghal in particular, the support that the RNLI gets is amazing, and every single year the people come out and support every event you open, from the open day to the flag day, and they're very, very supportive, and I think the public appreciate the work that the RNLI has done and the lives that it has saved over the years.
Yes, we really welcome that support, and the RNLI is really trying to develop what we would call community lifesaving. And one of the initiatives we're just in the throes of developing at the moment, and in fact the manager for Ireland South lives here in Youghal, that's Joe Moore. He's our community incident reduction manager, And right now, Joe is working on a programme with all the lifeboat stations in his area, and his colleagues are doing the same throughout Ireland, to look at the risks on the marine side of things for people, regarding water. We are really trying hard to try to raise awareness, and through that awareness, with prevention, we will hopefully save more lives by stopping accidents even happening.
Colin Williams, again, it's a great day for the people of Youghal and Youghal Lifeboat in particular, so congratulations on the new boat, and I hope it has many happy years here in Youghal.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Now I'm joined by Patsy, the Helmsman here with Youghal Lifeboat. Patsy, a great day for the station?
A fantastic day for the station. I'm one of the many Helmsmen in Youghal Lifeboat station, but this is a new, very modern type of lifeboat we're after getting today, and there's a great atmosphere around the station.
How is this new boat different to the Patricia Jennings?
Well, this boat, Phil and Gordon, it has the 4-man crew, so it's an extra pair of hands at sea, an extra pair of eyes. It's got a radar system. It's also got a navigational system, a top-of-the-range navigational system, and very quiet engines, so that we don't have to be shouting at each other over noisy engines and lots of wind now. So, a nice boat to be in.
Very, very expensive boat as well, Patsy?
I believe somewhere around €250,000. I'm not 100%, but I believe that's the kind of money we're talking here.
And plus a new carriage to transport in out of the water?
Yes, there's a new carriage as well after coming, and as we're speaking to you, the gentlemen are below now working on that, making it ready to receive the lifeboat from the seaside of the town.
Navigation-wise, is going to be faster and more efficient around the coastline?
It definitely be more efficient because now we have radar capacity, and any time there's a fog, or if we're searching big open, vast open sea, we can adjust the radar in such a way it's picking up targets, and we can investigate those targets quite fast. So we should save time. Instead of running up to see what's in that area, we can use our radar. We can also use the navigating system to help us with our search patterns. If we're searching at sea, we have certain routines and procedures to follow, and we can program them into the navigator and follow those courses. You're not flying by wire anymore as such.
Will you be sad to see the Patricia Jennings go?
Yes, you'd be sad to see it, but this is the second or third lifeboat I'm going to see change out of this station. You get attached to your boat, and hopefully I'll get attached to this one.
What does being involved mean to you?
It's very demanding, and you have to be really committed to this. It's a series, and as we're moving into a modern era now, it's becoming more demanding. The RNLI need you to be qualified, they need you to be trained up. Gone are the days of old sailors with all the experience going to sea. Now they want you to be trained in certain aspects of seafaring, and you must come to a certain standard that's acceptable by the RNLI.
There's great love and great commitment for the organisation here among the volunteers, isn't there?
Oh, it's passionate with them. It's very, very passionate. The lads really enjoy it, and I suppose they get a lot of enjoyment out of it too, and it's very good for the community. We have this safety thing in our town, and if need be, we can call upon it. If someone is worried about somebody, the lifeboat can be called out to search an open area and that kind of thing. So it's an asset to the town, definitely.
Now we're also joined here, Patsy, by a younger member of the crew, of the offshore crew, Thomas Brooks. Thomas, how did you get involved with the lifeboat?
I got involved through my family. My cousin Eric is mechanic. My uncle Mike is another one of the helmsmen. Been here from a young age, just get involved when you're young, watching the boat go out every Sunday morning on exercise, and then worked my way into it then. Now I'm shore crew.
What is it about the lifeboat that I suppose appeals to you, or makes you want to be a part of it?
Well, I do a lot of sailing myself, so boats have always been an interest, and it's a good thing to do. It's good for the community. It's also a great experience. We get to learn a lot. Every week we're down here doing training, whether it be on the boat or in the station doing first aid, doing chart work. And it's like a family. Everyone down here will always look after each other, and it's great to be part of it.
Were you excited this morning to see the new boat in the water?
Oh, I was very excited. It's the first, since I got involved, it's the first new boat in the station. So it'll be interesting now to see it come back to station, have a route around and see what's there.
Would you hope to one day maybe be like Patsy, and your dad on the boat, part of be helmsman or be on the crew?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I'm going through the process now of training, so hopefully now within the next year I'll be on the boat as crew. So all going well.
And what you need to do to get on the boat in terms of training?
We have onshore training, which would be our first aid or chart work, and then we do a few exercises, just getting familiar with the boat, and then we get signed off as probationary crew, which means we can start physically getting proper training on the boat. We do that for around 12 months to 18 months, and then we go over to pool. We get assessed in the RNLI college, and then hopefully then we'll be back as full crew.
Well, Thomas, best luck with that. I'm sure you seem very determined to get on that boat, so I'm sure you will be one day, and best luck with your future endeavours.
Thanks a million.